Hi guys, really short video about doing a mind map. A few people were asking just for a really brief video. So this is a page of notes. You can see I've got a title here in the middle and then ideas around it. So this is what I'd refer to as a page of notes prior to creating a well-presented mind map. Now, a mind map is really about you exploring ideas. So it doesn't really matter what the theme is. You can be going in different directions. You could be thinking about different materials. You could be thinking about different approaches. You might be doing a mind map on the work of a particular artist, and then you might be thinking about the materials they used and the types of processes that they were using, the themes in their work. So lots of different approaches that you can take to it. Then the next stage, so you've got your page of notes, just where you've written down thoughts and ideas. That's really important. The next stage would be to, I think, prepare a background. Now, these were backgrounds I was preparing when I was doing my master's, and it was as simple as finding scraps of paper that already had marks on them, because that can work really nicely as a background. So these pages where you have just a little bit of collage work on the page, you can see I've torn them out of my own sketchbook. This one's probably a little bit busy, but just experiment around, put a few bits of collage down on the paper, and it's helpful if you think about things which are connected to what you're doing your mind map on. So if, for example, I was doing a mind map about clay, I'd be thinking about using tones that are similar to clay to make sure that it makes sense and it reads logically. It doesn't make sense for you to do a background like this if you're talking about black and white printmaking. It really just wouldn't make sense. That would almost be like decorating it without it being logical. So those are the kinds of backgrounds that I would use if I was doing something like this. Is a page on abstraction. So it made sense for it to be quite abstract presentation. It made sense for the imagery that's on the page to not be readable, to not make sense, to be abstract. This was another page where you can see things like where I've listed these artists. So being really thoughtful about the way I was writing, how I was highlighting them with a punch of white behind the start of each name. It really draws the eye to them. And what you want in a sketchbook is really punchy pages, really exciting, dynamic, arty pages. This is an art sketchbook, so it should be something which is exciting to look at. I know in a previous video I said for the examiner to look at, and I don't believe that's what we're actually aiming for. We're aiming for us to look at, for me as an artist to look at this page and think, you know, yes, I'm really pleased with the way I've highlighted certain things, the way certain things stand out. That's really what's key. The way the examiner sees it is a bonus. So if the examiner, if there is an examiner who's going to be looking at it, or a teacher who's going to be looking at it, then you know that's secondary. But if you are pleased with it, if you feel like it's visually dynamic, then it's much more likely your teacher's going to be pleased with it, or your examiner's going to be pleased with it, going to be excited by it, pleased with it. And if they're excited by it, then that's fantastic. It means that you're reaching out in a way with your visual creativity that is valuable, that is really exciting. So you can see this is another page I was doing, hopefully is fairly obvious that it's concealing and revealing, but obviously because it's concealing, then I concealed part of the word, but then it's got lots of ideas, some doodles, bits and pieces, marks and so on going on. I've got another bit of information going on down here. Again, it's about creating a page which shows that you have taken the time to put together some ideas, some starting points, some thoughts, and you've thought carefully about how you want that to be seen. And perhaps there's when you're at the stage where you're noting things, so you're putting your initial thoughts down, it may be that there's a certain area where you make a lot more notes, and so it becomes really obvious that that's an area you're particularly interested in. Hopefully that's helpful in some way. Best of luck, hope it all goes well. Take care, bye.